So the one thing about hiking hiking the Cumbria Way is you better get used to cows. I have to pull my trousers down and put on some balm. So I'm going to stop it right here.
When I get to the river, I reach the meaning of things.
We will shortly be arriving at Ulverston.
If you are leaving the train here, mind the gap between the train and platform edge.
And read the message within. My dreams are in focus.
Alright guys, good, what time is it? 6 PM, good evening wild campers, it's Pete. No L today, unfortunately, because I am up in Cumbria, in the Lake District in the UK, doing the Cumbria Way, except I'm doing the mountain route, which is a little bit different than the standard Cumbria Way. So I'm out here for about 4 days. That's how long I expect to be able to do the hike in. I brought my brand new Canon M50 Mark II, which I am currently filming this on. As you can see, it is a lot better than the GoPro. I'm staying at an Airbnb, a guy called Matthew. This is beautiful. You've just seen me play some pool, albeit a little bit shitty. Got some free beer available. So I've picked out this one here for my lovely wife, Ellen. This is Shipyard American Pale Ale from Portland, Maine. So anyone from Portland, Maine that's watching, big thumbs up, thank you very much. So the plan from here, about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm gonna head out. My plan for tomorrow is to get all the way up to Tarn. So it's about 35 kilometers. Thinking about going up to Coniston, around Coniston Wood and back up into Tarn. It's an extra 10 kilometers, but I may do that tomorrow. So anyway, really excited. This is my first solo through hike. This is practice for the Pennine Way with Ellen for my 25th birthday in August. So let me show you around Ulverston. So let's talk about the Cumbria Way. The Cumbria Way starts off in a place called Ulverston, where I currently am. And it ends all the way over in Carlisle, about 73 miles in total. And here you can see the actual route that we can go. This is a fantastic book that I've been using to be able to map out how, when I want to do this route. You have two different options. So the red line that you see here goes all the way through Coniston, Great Langdale, Keswick, Corbeck, and then to Carlisle. That is the standard low-level route. What we'll be doing over the next 4 days together is going on the high-level route, or the mountain route, which most people don't actually do for one reason or another. So once we get from Ulverston up to around Coniston, Trover area, we'll be going and making a left up to Coniston and spending the night up in Tarn. From Tarn, we'll go through Great Langdale, drop down to the low level, come back up to Claramara, I think that's how you pronounce that, and we'll be spending the night around Angle Tarn. From Angle Tarn, we'll head through Keswick, have lunch, hopefully have a couple of beers and do some shopping. Out Keswick, I am looking forward to meeting you. And from Keswick, we will be staying up on Skiddaw. From Skiddaw, this is the 4th day now, and it will be the most difficult day because we will be walking out of the fells into Carlisle. And from what I've read, both in this book as well as first-hand accounts from other YouTubers I've seen do this hike, it is very difficult because of the concrete and just leaving the scenic and beautiful fell and lake district. If you're thinking about doing this, make sure you pick up the Cumbria Way walking guide. Really lightweight, really thin, and it's just a really beautiful read, and it's made me super excited for this hike. If you want to see what's in my pack, did a video last week that went over everything in my pack. Please click up in the top left here. great video. It's my first what's in my bag video. Ellen can contest that I love these videos because I find it as an excuse to be able to purchase something brand new to be able to show you guys here on the HeapsWellNice YouTube channel. But anyway, do click up in the top left. Great watch. Got some really exciting gear that I am bringing out over the next couple of days. I weighed my bag in this morning before I left home, and it weighs in at an astonishing 10 kilos as my base weight and 5 additional kilos for my food. I'm a very hungry hiker. I bring a lot of food when I do go out. This entire bum bag that I showed you guys in the last video, this is all food. There's all my trail mix for 2 days. 2.5 litre bum bag just full of trail mix. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys would like to see a trail mix video of what I like to make. I've been thinking about it over the past couple of days. Should we do one? Should we not do one? You know, you let me know down below. Would you like to see a trail mix video or not? Good morning. Just setting off on the Cumbria way. Plan is to do it in about 4 days here. First obstacle of the day. Bloody kissing gate. Alright, let's get this one through. Not only was there a kissing gate, a little rock wall had to climb over. You know what, for being at 7:10 in the morning, it's a beautiful day. Also means it's going to be a very sweaty one. Apologies in advance about some of the shakiness in this film that you're going to see. A lot of walking to be done over the next 4 days. A lot of walking. About 133-ish kilometers if I decide to go round Coniston or not. Really, really excited to be out here. I'm just excited. First time taking time off work in a very long time. So stay tuned. I shall check in with you guys soon. Not sure if you can see that. There's like 1,000 ravens just flying around that mountaintop. I thought someone was killed.
When I get to the river, I reach the meaning of things. I turn a book upside down and read the message within. My dreams are in focus. I can tune up the strings, but when I get to the river, my day is fading in. When I get to
This is the thing about video blogging, aka vlogging, and hiking that most people don't talk about. There's hiker miles. Oh, shit. There's hiker miles. Then there is YouTube hiker miles. I have to climb over this stile 3 times. It's probably just going to be Ellen who sees this portion of the video. Hope you have a little giggle. But honestly, guys, like, look. Like, just how... This is just stunning, right? Absolutely gorgeous through here. Oh, I love it. Amazing. I have to say, it is beautiful out here on the Cumbria way. I've only been hiking for about 4 hours now, just hit 10 miles. I would recommend everyone do this already, 4 hours in. I can see just behind you where I'll be camping for tonight up on the Old Man of Coniston, and I am super excited to be able to camp up on the mountains. It's gonna be brilliant. So I am spending the next kind of 10 minutes or so just chilling out. I'm gonna have coffee because I am a caffeine addict. I'm gonna filter some more water, have a couple of snacks, and just get ready. Since my time is going quite well so far today, what I've decided to do essentially is to walk the extra 10 kilometers, about 2 hours of walking, up to Coniston and then back down and then up into the mountains. Because if I went straight up to the mountains now, I'd be there in about 3 hours. And since it is only 11 o'clock now, 3 o'clock, I'm just going to get a little bored up there too quickly, I think. So anyway, I'm going to chill out here at Tarn, have some coffee, and yeah, just chill out for a couple of minutes.
My thoughts are already there, like a wild stream of words pouring from the air. I hold on to these thorns.
Perfect.
And hold them
Didn't even pre-measure that. That was
so
amazing.
strong.
Cool.
But when I get to the river, the pain has already gone.
Haven't really recorded much since I last saw you at Tarn. It's because something terrible happened. The tripod broke. Not sure how it happened. I think it was because my bag actually like landed on the tripod as I was making my coffee. So I haven't been able to get any really nice kind of silky smooth walk-bys or, you know, landscapes. But anyway, just finished up on the Coniston water section, which in a second you'll just see behind me. And now I will be making my way up to the old man of Coniston. Coniston water's just there. Anyway, so now I'm kind of heading up the hills. So I shall check in once I'm up near Goat's Water. Hello, just found where I'll be camping up tonight. Right there, that is the old man of Coniston. Probably be camping hopefully on the top to get some spectacular views, or I may camp just a little bit further down the ridgeline. To be confirmed once I do get up there. Stay tuned. Apologies for not filming much. I was in a pretty bad state coming up out of Goat's Water. The climb just killed me. I didn't stop for lunch today. I always do this, and I really need to get better at stopping for lunch and eating, because boy oh boy did I feel it on this last climb. So my tarp tent up right there. Boop, boop. So the route for the mountain way comes up through here, then kind of goes left that way. I didn't feel like walking at all anymore. I thought I'd just pitch up right where I finished. Beautiful views, though. Absolutely stunning views. Let me just show you. Don't mind all the mess. Hello, let me give you a bit of a tour of my pad, or my my glorious hotel for the night. So I have my EE beautiful quilt And I've got some fiddly bits. I've got my GPS device. Stuff thrown there. My clothes. My phone down here. I've been watching YouTube. I've got my bag just here. However, the best part, this is why I love coming out to camp, is this. Look how stunning that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Good morning. Night one. Slept really well. I was a little bit concerned when I brought out my quilt because I was like, it's -6, it'll keep me nice and warm. It was only 7 degrees last night. Toasty warm, toasty toasty. So I'm just in the middle of like packing down my quilt, and I got some other stuff. Basically I got a lot of stuff, but I want to Paul Messner's videos the other week. He posted this coffee from Kenco. Anyway, he posted this, the Kenco Duo Latte and Kenco Duo Cappuccino. I've been enjoying mine this morning in my Soto Thermostat mug. It's actually really nice. It's been about, I want to say, a year and a half since I've had a milk-based coffee. I normally go for black, but it's really, really good. Thanks for the recommendation there, Mr. Paul Messner. Just got some final bits and bobs to clean up. Today's mission is to go to, well, this here, as per the recommendation, says from Trover, I think, to Great Langdale. However, I'm going to go a little bit further today, and I'm going to aim to hit Angle Tarn, which is just about here. So it's another 30 kilometer day.
When I get to the river, there are no questions on hold. Only spend.
I honestly can't get over just how beautiful, moody, and silent it is up in the fells.
I paid my fare for a ride that's taking me nowhere. But as long as we stop by the river, I don't really care.
Wow, what an awesome descent. Came from up there, traversed this ridge, and came down here to a beautiful little stream just running down there. I'm sure you can hear it now. The plan from here is to continue to walk for another about maybe hour and a half until I get to Ellis Water. Time's about 10 o'clock in the morning now, so once I get to Ellis Water, I'm going to sit down, have a coffee, have some lunch, because I forgot to do that yesterday, and I got really grumpy and cranky in the afternoon, so I'm forcing myself to take the time to sit down and have lunch today. Just finished this really beautiful section coming through Ella Water. Nice, it's flat, it's full of sheep, as you can hear. It's about lunchtime, about 1 o'clock now. It's really close to starting the ascent of Angle Tarn, So what I may do is Angle Tarn's in about 6 kilometers. What I'll probably do is get up there, have a rest for 10 minutes or so, and then make a decision as to whether I camp there like I originally intended, or continue along the ridge line, heading more towards Keswick. Because I want to be able to spend some time in Keswick tomorrow, just having a little shop and having a little look around. So we'll see. Talk to you later. Good morning. Time's about 7. I've just got my coffee on the boil. Third day on the trail. Hoping to camp out by High Peak tonight. So one of the last fells before you get back into lowlands. I'm going to be spending some time in Keswick. Just kind of like having a shop, looking around. I promised Ellen I wouldn't buy any new tents. Let's see if I can stay honest there. Maybe. Last night was a little bit windy. One of the things about the tarp tent that kind of is irritating me just a little bit. It's just the flaps on the outside. I'll show you guys in a sec. When it does get windy, they just start flapping around. So I may tie them together or do something for my next trip. This is what I meant by the straps. So these are the attachments for the 4-season poles that actually go over the top and make it freestanding. However, if you're not using them, they just whip around during night, and that woke me up more than once last night. But other than that, I can't really complain. This is where I slept. Beautiful views. Looking forward to it. So my next checkpoint that you can't see, unfortunately, is just between that crest, and that is Keswick in about 10 miles time. Wow, coming down that with 12 kilos on your bag was very difficult. A lot of sketchy moves, but it was very interesting. Now I'm rewarded with this nice open flatland that I can get through pretty quickly. And just out in the distance there, you can see the water. That is Keswick, not too far away. Hello, very exciting. Just hit halfway, so 66 odd kilometers. Feeling really good. You know, this is my background. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Really looking forward to getting to Keswick. I'm gonna have a pint or two, I deserve it. Day 3, 2 pints, lovely. Yeah, gonna have some lunch when I get into Keswick. But honestly, just look at the views. This is just stunning country. Again, I'd recommend this to anyone and everyone who has 4 or 5 days to kill and would love to do your first Thru-Hike. This is beautiful. Afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. I took a very long lunch break up on Weller Crag. Almost an hour and a half actually. Spent time calling mum and dad. You know, they're back in Australia, so the time zone difference has kind of worked. However, when I was up on Weller Crag, my gas ran out. So I had to run into Alpkit to go get some new gas. Looked around, may or may not, bought a new tent. Subscribe and put on the notification to find out if and when that happens. So now we've got the biggest climb of the last 3 days in front of us, which is just up here somewhere. So it is Skiddaw. Not looking forward to it. It's like, I don't know, 800 vertical meters from where I am. So what I need to do now is just get ready and hopefully end up at High Peak in about 15 more kilometers. All right, hello. Apologies about the quality of the audio on this one. I've had my dead cat and my microphone off for the last little bit. Coming up Skiddaw there was a bloody nightmare. It's just behind me there, as you can tell. It was in the clouds the entire time. There was almost no end in sight. And at one point, I think I cried because I just wanted it to be over and done with. One of the people passing me going down told me there was no fresh water up here. I did find a little reservoir of water. It does look a little bit dodgy, so I filtered it twice and I'm going to filter it one more time before I do decide to cook with it. Anyway, so I'm just going to keep walking for the next little bit. You know, the idea is to make it to, you know, High Peak. But if I do make it to the Great Lingy Hut and there is no one in there, I may camp around or may sleep inside the Bothy. Good morning. Day 4. On the trail, last day. It's also day 5 in the same clothes and I am starting to smell myself. So looking forward to showering tonight out in Carlisle. Beautiful day to send me off. Is blue skies all around. I spent last night up on Knot Fell, which is just behind me there. I'm a little bit off to the side. So today, walking into Carlisle, should be about 30-ish kilometers. So I'm just going to take my time. I can't check into the hotel until about 3-ish. So I've got a long time to be able to get there. Really excited to be able to kind of tick the box and get this over and done with. The mountain route is difficult, very difficult. There's a fell just kind of over that way. I think it's called Great Clava Fell. C-L-A-V-A Fell, I think. I will drop the name of it like just here. Oh my god, was that difficult. That really tested my navigation skills as well as my physical endurance. It was basically just straight up a hill, no path, all bog. Very difficult, and I'm still quite wet from my clothes because of that. Anyway, so let's get the tarp tent, Scarp 1, packed away. Awesome tent. I should do an updated review in a couple of months so you guys can get my full opinion and impression of the Scarp. All right. See you soon. So, I wanted to take some time just to reflect on my thru-hiking experience so far. I've just made it to the Lingy Hut. It's the first Bothy I've ever been into, which is really exciting. And I've been thinking about this over the past few days, and thru-hiking or just hiking for multiple days, end to end to end, is very simple. Wake up, drink your coffee, have your breakfast, pack down, walk, have lunch, set up When you're done for the day, get in your tent, have dinner, have a cup of tea, go to bed, rinse and repeat. And it makes you really think about how simple life can be. Instead of having, you know, the latest tech, brand new tents, brand new cameras, brand new everything. It just makes you think about how easy and simple just chucking on a rucksack, walking, finding a dry spot, have lunch, kind of continue. Anyway, I also think the Lakeland fells are beautiful. Like, I'm looking out the window, that's just here in the Bothy, and it's just beautiful, it's stunning, right? I can see High Peak off in the distance, and it just makes me not want today to end, you know? It's only been 4 days, really, but it's been an enjoyable 4 days nonetheless. You know, I've learned a lot about me, my kit. I've learned a lot about how to walk up in the fells, and most importantly, I've learned just how much I love doing this. You know, you see people do it on YouTube all the time and you're like, oh my god, this is so glamorous, it's so beautiful. But what you don't see is how difficult it can be walking up Great Claver Fell, for example, or going up Skiddaw. They were some of the most difficult climbs I've had to do. Really difficult, but you get to the top, you wipe the sweat off your brow, have a bite to eat, and you just keep going. I was listening to a podcast yesterday as I was walking. I forget which one. I've listened to too many over the last couple of days. The podcast was talking about the US Marines and how their mantra is always never quit today, quit tomorrow. It made me think as I was climbing up Skiddaw. I was like, look, yeah, it's difficult now. Once you get to camp, you'll set up, you'll wake up, you know, just feel refreshed. And I today have kind of forgotten how I felt yesterday climbing up Skiddaw. And I think it was because of that podcast I was listening to and that mantra the Navy SEALs have, or all the Marines, forget which one now. Don't quit today, quit tomorrow. And now, I'm not going to quit today, I'm going to quit tomorrow. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So I just thought it was really fitting for this monologue, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I'm talking to myself in a Bothy and I'm looking at the window, just looking how beautiful it is. So, I'm going to spend a minute here, I'm going to check into the book. Sorry, I'm in awe. I'm in awe. I should have continued the mile last night to try and stay here. This would have been really nice and refreshing. Anyway. Hopefully some of you actually found that useful. Well, there she is. First time in a Bothy, but definitely not the last. Reminded me of a film I saw with Ellen a few weeks ago called Hooks, where this guy walked around the countryside for a year putting hooks in every Bothy. I didn't see a hook in there. I think his name is Stephen. I didn't see a hook. That means I'm gonna have to come back myself and put the hook in the Bothy. It's kind of ironic. Ellen and I are planning our next big adventure, probably doing Land's End to John O'Groats when we decide to move back to Australia. And we call it our Hooks in Every Bothy adventure. We want it to be something that seals off our time and our experience, but also our love for this beautiful country. So stay tuned for that one, I guess. I don't know when, where, how, or what that's gonna be, but it'll be awesome nonetheless. Well, that right there, that's High Peak. That is the last fell on the Cumbria way. And now all I gotta do is head downhill into Quebec and then continue through the industrial estates of Carlisle. So really looking forward to that. Bittersweet, that's almost done, really. Now it's all downhill and flat until the very end. So the one thing about hiking the Cumbria way is you better get used to cows, especially cows that want to like lick your feet. 'Cause they're very friendly over here. Last 5 miles of the Cumbria way, and this is what I'm walking. Pure tarmac all the way from Dalston to Cumbria. Cumbria? No, to Carlisle. From Dalston to Carlisle. Very hard on the feet. My pace has slowed down dramatically because of the tarmac. So I shall continue to walk at my new slower pace, and I shall check in with you guys once I get to the end. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 1st of June. I finished the Cumbria way 2 days ago now, so on Sunday. Didn't really film an outro then. I just wanted to get into this and just sleep and shower, go to the pub, have a couple of drinks. So I thought I'd just do a bit of an outro just while we've got a couple of minutes here. It was an awesome trip. Yeah, I've done a lot of hiking, day hiking, single overnighters here and there, but committing to a Thru-Hike like this and committing to walking long distance in general is really like a mind over matter experience, right? I know I touched on this when I was in the hut the other day, but yeah, I'm truly proud of myself that I finished it in the time frame I wanted to. Yeah, I definitely learned a lot about gear, things I should and shouldn't take, things I should and shouldn't do, right? Like, slow down, Pete, just slow down. You don't need to go a million miles an hour to set up camp at 5 p.m. and you still have 6 more hours of sunlight before you can even go to bed. Like, slow down. And the other side of it is figure out a way to take a shower, or at least have a little bit more of hygiene when you're out there. But highly recommend the Cumbria way. It does get really difficult from Coldback into Carlisle. It's very hot, very still, because you're basically walking through farmland the entire time. And from Dalston into Carlisle, that 5 or so mile, maybe 10 kilometers or so, it is pure concrete and tarmac the entire time. Like, my feet are feeling it still. I now understand why a lot of people do finish at Coldback, but I didn't have that luxury. I had to get to Carlisle to get the train home. So, very thankful I did. Had a wonderful day yesterday, just walking around the city. Again, a couple more drinks. Picked up a few local beers, just sat off camera here to take home for Ellen and I to try, which is always exciting. Anyway, it's been Pete, Noel today, Noel all week. Hope you enjoyed. Right, well, shall see you in the next one, and remember, like, comment, and subscribe.